This is the most exciting part of SEMA for us this year. We were given the call from Ford here a few weeks back asking us if we wanted to be involved with them yet again for another project. And this project was to bring out 5 priceless cars from the Ford Museum in Detroit, Michigan to have all those cars transported with our product and then displayed for the entire duration of the show with max tie downs. We'll move a little closer in a moment here, but what you're looking at are 5 very historic, very substantial to the history and the lineage of Ford Motor Company here on display, being tied down atop shipping containers with our product. They can't get away with just putting them in park and setting the e-brake. In fact, there's a couple that don't even have park or e-brake. Here we are a few steps closer to these iconic vehicles on display here at Ford, tied down atop these containers with max tie downs. I can't describe what a thrill it is to be a part of this. I mean, these cars are on display at the museum. They're cordoned off. You can't get close, and yet I was clambering around on top of these containers the other day, getting to tie these very cars down and adjust the equipment that brought them out here from Detroit. 1965 IndyCar winner. I mean, I was up there admiring the aluminum upper-lower control arms and just ingenuity that still is incredible to this day, and yet that's 1965. Mac's involvement here was producing wheel nets for each corner of the car that fit the wheels properly to ensure the safe transportation from Detroit out here to Las Vegas and back again. As you might imagine, there's not a chance that these cars traveled together in the same truck. They're simply too valuable. I can assure you that they were split up for safe transportation so that if something happened to one of the transport trucks, the rest of the load would be saved. So let's move on and we'll pick up a couple other details here, including a very special vehicle right in the middle of the display. You're probably wondering, what's the significance of this car for SEMA? After all, these halls are filled with the latest technology, the latest accessory items, the latest in performance, and yet we take a gigantic step backwards to look at this. What is this? This, folks, is the car that started it all. This is known as the Sweepstakes car, the very car that Henry Ford, at 38 years of age, kicked off Ford Motor Company with. Ford Motor Company officially began in 1903. This is a 1901 car. This is the car that started Ford Motor Company. And yes, transported here from the Henry Ford with max tie-down equipment. If you look closely through the spoked wheels here, through the entirely white tires, you will see padded axle straps and ratchet straps tying this car down to the specially designed platform. We also provided custom wheel nets for that tire, which is 34 inches tall and only 4.5 inches wide. We designed and built wheel nets to hold this car. Because of its value, this car was held down 2 different ways. One method tying off to the chassis, and the other method over the tires. Again, how do you put a price tag on something like this? I'm sure their insurance company has a price tag at least in mind, but untold millions, no doubt, and yet Ford once again entrusted Max to do the job. Here we have another Ford vehicle on display atop a container. Yes, that is the 1967 Le Mans winner. A GT40, #1 on the side for good reason. That is the winner itself. And again, I'm the guy that got to go up there and adjust the final fitment for the show on custom wheel nets that we made for this vehicle to ensure that safe transportation. How do you put that into words? Many people probably think that's a replica that Ford came up with as, merely decoration in their booth. Even better, that is the 1967 Le Mans winner. As I came around the back, working from wheel to wheel, something caught my eye. I looked beneath the rear wing of that car. It has a full-size spare standing upright in the back. Somehow they managed to fit a spare in there. I guess that's when the race car driver actually really had to be a race car driver and a mechanic and a pit crew all on his own, because after all, at Le Mans, you don't exactly just pull into the pits and have your crew change it for you. It's entirely up to you. Anyway, again, a priceless example that Ford entrusted Max to haul. I'm kind of speechless at this point. What a great opportunity for us.